Good morning, everyone. My name is Madhura Pawar. Today, I am proud to present the capstone project completed during my embedded systems internship at Emergency Information Technologies, a real-time electric vehicle dashboard and advanced driver assistance system, or ADAS, built on the STM32F103C86 Blue Pill microcontroller. This project bridges the gap between hardware-level edge sensing and real-time operator visualization. In this presentation, I will walk you through the end-to-end engineering stack, spanning deterministic embedded firmware, physical dynamics modeling, and a real-time host-side application dashboard. Let's begin with the real-world engineering challenge. Modern electric vehicles generate immense volumes of critical runtime data, ranging from high-rate speed measurements and motor temperatures to sub-millisecond battery state-of-charge metrics. Without a centralized system, monitoring these parallel subsystems concurrently becomes impossible, creating severe safety risks. Our solution implements a hardware-software co-design. The Edge microcontroller samples physical inputs, executes safety rules, and pipes structured telemetry frames to an operator UI at 10 Hz, facilitating real-time monitoring and fault detection. This slide depicts the system architecture, split into 4 specialized tiers. First, the sensory tier consists of multi-channel analog inputs and a 3-axis ultrasonic array. Second, the perception and processing core, handled by the STM32 Blue Pill, executes the physical equations and the state machine. Third, the transport tier serializes data into precise binary packets streamed at 115,200 baud over UART via DMA. Finally, the application tier passes this telemetry on a host PC to refresh an interactive graphical dashboard. At the core of our hardware design is the STM32F103C86 Blue Pill. Running on a 72 MHz ARM Cortex-M3 core, it gives us the computational performance required for real-time physics simulation and fast fault mitigation. We utilize a 12-bit analog-to-digital converter across multiple hardware channels to measure control variables. Crucially, by mapping our UART transmission directly to a direct memory access controller, or DMA, we decouple telemetry streaming from the core processing loop, ensuring a guaranteed safety loop latency of under 10 milliseconds. To sense vehicle surroundings, we developed an ultrasonic array using 3 HC-SR04 sensors. To eliminate acoustic crosstalk, where the echo pulse of one sensor is incorrectly captured by another, the firmware executes a strict sequential polling design. Every 100 milliseconds, the hardware timer triggers the front, left, and right sensors back-to-back with dedicated 10 microsecond pulses. The echo returns are processed via high-resolution input capture to convert pulse width to clear centimeter metrics. The vehicle firmware behaves as a strict deterministic finite state machine. Upon boot, the system initializes into the parked state where motor torque is forced to 0. Pressing the accelerator moves the system into ready and then driving, unlocking the physics engine. If the driver applies the brake during travel, the firmware instantly switches to regen state, applying counter torque to simulate regenerative braking. If any safety limit is breached, the system forces a state transition to fault, cutting motor drive within a single clock cycle. This matrix defines our low-level hardware pin allocation. Pins PA0 through PA3 are configured as analog inputs to track the accelerator, brake, battery voltage, and motor temperature. Pins PB0 through PB5 are dedicated entirely to the ADAS ultrasonic arrays trigger and echo signals. Finally, Pins PB8 to PB11 drive are physical status LEDs and buzzer alert networks. Pin conflict. Safety enforcement is handled by a multi-tiered rules engine. Alarms are classified from level 0 up to level 1 critical. A level 3 advisory alert is generated during blind spot occupation or overspeed conditions. A level 2 warning triggers if a front obstacle enters a 50 cm threshold. Most importantly, time to collision algorithm calculates a window under 1.5 seconds. To avoid transient noise from corrupting data, a 300 millisecond deassertion hysteresis filter is implemented. To simulate authentic vehicle feedback in PixSimLab, the firmware executes continuous math modeling. Video speed is computed at 100 Hz by integrating motor tractive force against mechanical drag and vehicle mass. Furthermore, the time to collision, or TTC, is calculated recursively by dividing front sensor distance by relative vehicle velocity. This ensures that if a vehicle decelerates rapidly ahead of us, the system predicts the hazard instantly before static distance limits are crossed. Now, let's look at the operator interface. Developed using Python, Matplotlib, and PySerial. This dashboard displays telemetry streams at 10 frames per second. It splits data visually into 5 dedicated blocks. A progressive speedometer gauge that shifts color based on hazard severity. A rolling 60 sample speed history chart, a battery state of charge tracking bar, an exhaustive numeric diagnostics table, and a top-down ADAS bird-eye view that dynamically plots surrounding safety margins. To verify system integrity, rigorous testing was executed within the PixSimLab simulation environment. All core engineering constraints were successfully achieved. UART packet validation confirms consistent 10 Hz telemetry streaming. Our worst-case critical fault response latency was clocked under 18 milliseconds, and reliable recovery from a locked latch fault back to operational mode was fully validated using remote serial command injection. To begin the live project demonstration, I will first launch our hardware simulation environment, PIC-SimLab. Once this flashes our deterministic vehicle state machine and peripheral drivers directly onto the simulated storage of the ARM Cortex core. Next, to establish a hardware-to-software link, I am enabling the virtual serial communication bridge using ports COM1 and COM4. In this topology, one COM port hooks directly into the USART1 peripheral transceiver of our simulated Blue Pill board, while the matching paired COM port will be reserved for a host-side Python receiver. This sets up a 115,200 bits per second telemetry network. With the serial transport layer active, I will now open the Windows command prompt to initialize our presentation interface. I'm navigating to our source directory and executing the script with the runtime command python ev_dashboard.py port COM1. This launches our processing pipeline, which, as you can see, the Python Matplotlib dashboard opens immediately and successfully binds to the incoming binary stream. The interface instantly displays a 5-panel dark cluster matching our design blueprint. Our speedometer needle reads 0 km per hour. The battery state of charge initializes cleanly at 80%, and our top-down ADAS bird-eye radar view is scanning actively with 0 faults registered in the system. The system is now fully operational and ready for live parameter injection. To simulate fault recovery and normal operation, I will bring up the PixSimLab spare parts workspace. Here, we can interact directly with the hardware layer peripherals. First, I'm modifying the side zone proximity sliders to adjust left and right fields. Next, I am resetting our front ultrasonic distance slider to clear the immediate hazard block. Finally, I manipulate the motor temperature potentiometer lowering the simulated heat from an extreme 102 degrees Celsius down to a safe operating temperature of 55.7 degrees Celsius. Once the physical thresholds drop back into their safe operating zones, our firmware auto-fault logic and hysteresis filters clear the status flags.